this is an excellent display here from Rashi. Very good job.
So an chain unending. Oh, unending gonna pop the invitation.
Wait, what? You ever seen a plane that big, Rambo?
Arcanine Magician.
Okay, I haven't seen this one in a while. Ooh la la, baguettes.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the All-Star Grand Final. It's your boy Dark, and we're going in Lorenzo Roma versus Mythyard. I got my boy Hines beside me. Welcome to
what is good, ladies
the
and gentlemen?
game. There we
Now
go.
this is Lorenzo versus Hikaru.
Yes, sir.
Is Hikaru?
No,
Mythyard?
sorry, Mythyard. That's gonna be Mythyard at the bottom here. Starting off with that Noble Knight goodness. Oh no, sorry, it is Hikaru. Okay, so okay, maybe I thought it was
I think
Mythyard.
Mythyard's name in game is Hikaru.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay, what?
I think that's all that's happening right now.
Right, so open pretty optimally already. Got the trap of
Yeah, I
the
would
grave.
say this is pretty much exactly what Mythy wants to be seeing here. The rank 5, Artorgus, his graveyard setup. I mean, he's got Until Noble Arms Are Needed once again. And he's got that Gwen.
Yeah, this is like the Noble Knight version of just deal with it. Because you got this guy that
Exactly.
cannot be destroyed by battle. Destroyed by any card effect once per turn. When he dies, he's going to bring back a Noble Knight that's equipped. Well, basically any one of the two that's equipped to him. And okay, we got the Blue Eyes matchup. And this one I've been seeing a lot more lately. So I've been seeing Noble Knights more on the losing end because Blue Eyes just control that back row, and then they got the control back row to just deal with the monsters on board. So
Yo,
curious
I
to see
see
how this is
Clash
gonna go.
from Mystic, Dantech, and Asta in the chat as well. We're going to see a Raigeki break coming up from Mythyard. Discards that second Until Noble Arms Are Needed once again, targeting a back row card. And he's going to Chain Link 2, special summon from the deck as well.
there's
Do you see any benefits
there's
of using this on Chain Link 2 right now?
maybe no. Actually, if he chains the summon happens before the card pops. So I guess if there was a floodgate, the monster he
I mean,
brings
it was
up.
the end phase of the turn that he said it, so.
Oh, then you're right. There is no benefit. He's just doing it at the end phase so he can have the trap for this turn.
My man's playing around Chaos Hunter right now.
Chaos Hunter. She could just pop out at any time.
Yo, Hype Beast in the chat as well.
All right, that's gonna go ahead and pop that Sage. Get that out of here.
Glory Hole.
All right, Glory Hole of the Noble Knights.
He is going to be getting a lot of action with that Glory Hole. There are a lot of dudes in this deck.
Arf is just gonna go ahead and pop that back row, most likely.
I like this as well. Targeting down his rank 5 Artorgus. Destiny going to get its effect, so he's not going to lose it.
Yep, Karma Cut. There you go. He was waiting for this moment. He's gonna get rid of that monster, and I guess he's just gonna do the old pass Saruni to the Dristan. Or not.
And he does get another special summon from the deck here. And with... Is there a way he can get lethal here? I think there is, right?
Yeah.
He's got Gwen
He's
in
got the
grave.
Gwen
He
in the
needs
grave.
Eleanor, and that's enough
Oh,
game
there
right
you
there.
go. There you go.
Well, it's not because he has the Dristan reduced by the Arfu Duder.
Oh, that is true. Bam.
Ah, there it
He
is.
got the wham bam in the graveyard. That wham bam
And that's gonna be the
Shangalang.
scoop. Maybe taking game number 1 there.
So
That's
they're all
gonna
getting
change his
ready.
in-game name. That's just confusing.
We're going through the pretty much we got the real most valuable players, playoffs, MVPs from the season. These people have
So-
just been clapping during this season. Teams of the season.
Somebody link Luke Tyler's YouTube channel.
Yeah, somebody put Luke Tyler's channel in the Chizat. Player of the week,
Try not
Laura
to get
Roman.
muted.
Yeah. All the all-stars on the weather cloudy canvas division just clapping it up this season. -1 sitting there at the top. Oh my, just showing this stuff right now.
Is that Jubio from the Snowy Canvas on the Pharaohs team?
Yes,
30
sir.
freaking wins. Nice.
In the text. Rookies of the season showing off Hisaka being the top of all of them alongside that Karama and Karisu.
Hypey saying somebody link Luke Tyler's OnlyFans, please. I need them LT feet pics.
LT feet picks. Okay, so Lorenzo's stepping back up. I think we're about to go into the second game.
It's a Yuma and Astral coming through. So that suggests to me that we're going to see level duplication Thunder Dragons. Or
Oh yeah.
Anima. After tomorrow, man, you're not going to know which it's going to be. Asta in the chat says, Sup Hines, it's been a while since I heard you. What have you been doing with your stepsister, bro?
Oh.
Business. That's between me and my therapist, all right, Asta?
Asking the real questions out here.
Yo, Duel Links Team War is gifting a tier 1 sub to Clashbra21.
And they just added some new emotes to the channel, like DLTW woke. Wake up, people.
Oh, my God.
So getting that dragon duo added to his hand must be nice. Luckily, no bouncer yet. Exactly.
Now, if anybody's been following Lorenzo, they knew he was definitely going to be bringing Thunder Dragons here. Lorenzo
Never.
is a Thunder Dragon god.
Never leave home without the Thunder Dragons.
I mean,
Nah,
look,
it-
he's even got the Prisma Roars, dude.
Yeah, he's got the demon numbers on the field. 666. Reasons to summon a level 6 XYZ.
Don't skip church tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing out the Ford Focus. Excellent play, turn 1 versus the Noble Knights. As soon as they get an equip on them,
Say
Ford
cheese.
Focus will negate them. I keep a Force Focus in my bedroom.
I keep a force focus.
Myth is still on his first deck, and it is Noble Knights.
And
Lorenzo's
oh
first
man.
deck was... What was it?
So Noble Knights are gonna have one heck of a time trying to get past this.
Blue Eyes. He played Blue Eyes and Thunder Dragons. That was Lorenzo's.
So the tricky thing here is a lot of like boars and Madrat, they become level 5 when you equip them. So now you got this force focus ready to just snap pictures at you, negating your effects every turn.
Going to take a photo of you when you're at the glory hole.
Yep. So he probably opened nice, but because force focus is on the field, he can't really do nothing. He's gonna probably set like some disruptive back row, maybe like a Karma Cut or a Geki Break to get around it.
Yeah, it really just slows him down for a turn, and one turn is all that Thunder Dragons needs.
Really though. Like at any moment, 11 there can just wipe out this whole board.
He does normally
And he's
summon
probably
the
gonna
Thunder
do
Dragon
just that.
card. And with the tribute summon, he does get the float from deck if he wants to. That could be a potential rank 5 exceeds.
Oh, true.
He did burn the level dupe already.
So yep, there goes the Levianeer on pop up.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even gonna bother with all that prismatic lighting in here.
He does have the duo in hand, so this is also gonna be a Heliopolis.
What?
So he has the duo in hand, so he could possibly.
Ooh,
okay, never mind. Never mind.
He's not doing nothing. I mean, he would have to clear the dark that he just summoned to get a Heliopolis Populus. And that board focus is still going to be around. Always popping
What?
his
Really?
own focus.
Okay, so he's just doing it to space up, create space for the duo.
This would definitely allow him to drop a Heliopolis on the board, like you were just saying. Pop that monster, 3,000 attack monster. He added the Hawk to his hand, and that's looking like a GG to me.
Yep, that's definitely gonna do it. So he's gonna go ahead and pop up video. Boom, blow.
Was a set boards.
Yep, that's gonna do it.
Really beautiful play here from Lorenzo. Great use of his Legionnaire effect. Able to pop his own monster to make room for that duo.
Yep,
And Heliopolis.
yep, he made that happen.
1-1 on the scoreboard.
Get the scores here real quick. So 1-1. Lorenzo taking the last one. So I wonder what Mythyard's second deck is going to be. What would you accompany Noble Knights with? What would be your follow-up choice if you were Mythyard?
It really does seem like Noble Knights is the best deck right now. So it's hard to say like what you would expect to lose to follow up with. So I think it's probably just whatever Mythyard is the most comfortable with. We could be looking at a Thunder Dragon Mirror right now.
And I'm pretty sure Thunder Dragons was on his list of things that could be annoying. Especially because they can make that force focus first turn so easily.
And we do see double Yuma Astral. And we do notice both players on flat 20 cards here.
Okay, make it as consistent as possible. I agree with that. So it's not common that I see Thunder Dragons at a solid 20.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of 22. That's been what I've been seeing the most, at least in a side deck format.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe they're onto something here with the Timor's single deck format. Maybe just go flat 20. You know, you don't really need to squeeze in techs. Do your best to sack as hard as you can. Make it as consistent as you can, like you just said.
Yeah. So.
And we do see that it is indeed
so
Dragon Mirror.
Thunder Dragons versus Thunder Dragons.
Sometimes I amaze even myself. Predictive power.
Right. You're like a medium.
I'm probably an extra large after the lockdown. I've eaten a few too many cookies.
Super size.
He just scoops it up. Lorenzo sees the writing on the wall, and Mythyard gonna take it.
Ptolemy. Okay, that happened super fast. Oh no, that's rough.
Lorenzo's like, well, I'm gonna go to bed. See ya. Have fun.
Yeah, it took a second for me to realize, like, oh crap, that's a game.
I'm literally just
Why is he
aloof.
scooping? Come back.
Maybe he's just really afraid of dogs.
Right. So that's gonna take Lorenzo off the table, unfortunately. So who's gonna follow him up?
We see from the rosters that we have Kabyo, Shinya, Lightning KT, Ryu Ash. So these guys, obviously a list of clappers. This is an all-star game. So both teams absolutely stacked. Now, we did say that QBO had the highest power rating. Was that what I saw? I gotta say, Sporific's avatar with the old Gen 2 Kingdra, man.
That's what it is, Gen 2. I was like, I thought that was the horsey for a second, but I am way off on my Pokemon.
So Zarek says the highest rated player is -1, and the second in the league overall.
So I send it through. But yeah, they're taking their time with this one.
Yeah,
Lorenzo's still on the table.
I'm not done yet.
I'm not done.
Can't have lost to Thunder Dragons.
Yeah, from the chat, I don't really see anything like going on. Well, probably just them taking some time to bring in their next person.
So do you agree that Noble Knights is the best deck of the format right now?
Totally, and especially in a first turn, on its first turn where you can't disrupt it. It just really just snowballs. Really, it's, like I was saying, they don't even need to make the level 5 right away. It's really just having the trap in the grave. I feel like once they set up, literally every threat that you have to deal with it, like a Karma Cut or like a Regeki Break to disrupt or whatever, they could just bring out another monster and the equips will just pass on and keep going in that cycle. So it makes it really hard to deal with.
I think anything that can summon from the deck, that is like the best effect in the game. And the fact that they do it without losing resources is just...
They do it all in a single turn, because once they open the Madra with the equip or the Merlin with the equip, you pretty much just bring out boards, and that's guaranteed at least possibly almost 2 traps in the graveyard. And if you don't get in the graveyard, your discards with your Karma Cut or your Regeki Break are gonna help with that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, it's such a clean deck.
Definitely. Yo, Modified Gaming. Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Thank you for that subscription. 13 months.
It's a long time, man.
That's about how long it's taken for these people to get off the table.
Roughly. We've been here since Modified subscribed at 1 month. That's how long we've been sitting here.
We're just chilling here. I grew a nice little beard. But there's no game.
Swag at Titus says these two the most handsome streamers.
Oh, Swag with such awesome comments. He's shocked like that Karibo emote he's using. Whoa.
Honestly, sometimes when I look at you, DNF, it's like looking in a mirror.
Oh yeah?
I mean, we just look so similar.
You just see teeth and a smile. Dragonite cap. He's capping. Modified says he's capping.
Ban Modified.
Ban him. But he's like, whoa now. Whoa now, Swag.
I mean, Modified is a pretty handsome streamer in his own right. Let's be fair.
Okay, that man gets down. Okay, we got... Oh my goodness. That's basically what that means. So we got him lolling in the chat, and then
Yo,
Lou
Lou.
just had to just come in here and just ruin an awesome moment with that.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. Uncultured.
That's a name I haven't seen in a minute. How have things been, Lou? Merry holidays.
Okay. What is going on? What is
I don't know,
going
man.
on
These
behind the
guys-
scenes?
There's nothing happening in the match channel. Like, I mean, Lou, if you came to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, I think with the rate that these guys are sending in their next player, you have come to the wrong place. Oh my!
So we've been
You're
here about
watching a table.
we've been here about 13 months since Modified subscribed at its first month. So much has happened. Like Lorenzo hasn't left the table, nor has another person stepped up to take his place. Lou came in with some motivational words. That's just got the chat up and going right now.
Bruh, where are these people? I didn't come to watch the All Snores game.
All snores.
Yo, Myth Yard in the chat, taking a break from clapping.
Records already. He's got 2 belt. He wants that 10-1. He's gonna keep it going. Okay, so
You see
Legend
Lorenzo
has it.
off that
Legend
table.
has it. A man would leave a table and another man would step up 13 months later. Redo. So basically what's happening is a mulligan. Psych.
So what happened? Did Lorenzo like go to the bathroom and forget that he was still on the table and nobody can get him off? Lou says these people are all using hacks or cheats. I'd 10-0 them all day. You know what? I think he's correct. I think he's right. It's
Oh,
Shinya.
Shinya in the house.
Yeah, Asta. I think Lorenzo was going to go 10-1, but he ran into the man, the myth, the legend, Myth Yard.
Alright, Shinya stepping up. Bam, let's get it.
Oh, it's Blue Eyes again. We got that Bluetooth Kaiba.
Bluetooth Kaiba.
Kaiba.
Let me check my Palm Pilot Kaiba.
Got that grand tournament mat.
The art's like, I don't even need a mat.
Oh my gosh. Is this the legendary play? Stone set pass?
Stone set pass. Well, Thunder Dragon's going second. We already know what could happen.
Zaid asking if I'm taking the Seto Kaiba challenge. I'll be honest, I actually don't know what it is. Yo, Andy sang in the chat. What's good?
The
You need to
return of
return.
Hines.
I
The
casted
man, the myth,
your
the
game
legend.
in the finals, but
He's like,
like,
I
what?
returned already.
it's
Oh,
Seto
no.
Kaiba's glory hole.
Ooh.
What?
Okay, so Melody of the Awakening Dragon.
Imagine having your own spell card used against you. The
Right,
Melody of
the
Awakening Dragon.
disrespect. I do not I would not have an easy feeling in my gut right now if I had one set and my opponent just added 2 Levineers to their hand and threw the
Tossed his big hawk down.
He threw his hawk in the graveyard and somehow a dragon arrives from his graveyard. He's thinking that he might have an exceed play here. That's that pause. How can I get one more darker light in the grave? Tribute. Oh man, they're giving us the old suspense right here. So he is gonna tribute and bring out another Dragon Dark, allowing him to search.
And that does fuel up the grave. We have the Roar, the Hawk, and the Dark. The gang's all here. Level duplication shows off his Levian here.
Oh, so he's going for that big 3K.
And notice too, like, he didn't even add the duo. He added another Roar to his hand.
What's his big play right now? He's really taking his sweet time thinking this through. Oh, it's probably some sort of lethal play. Curious what he's thinking about, what's he got available. That's why I didn't search it. He already had it. Oh, Heliopulus.
Tributes off the Dragon Roar.
So 3K to the head twice. Is that gonna be GG?
6,000 damage on board and another scoop. Mythyard taking another one.
Mythyard's just unleashing a clinic right now. Who can stop this man?
That's 3-1 in favor of the Cloudy Canvas division. Mythyard playing so well, he's gonna make the canvas in my pants look a little cloudy. Wait, no,
Oh no.
Oh, wait, this is a family stream.
Wait, what? What's D mean?
The dragons. King of Dragons, Lord of Dragons.
Exactly.
No cursing. I did no such thing. See, that's the thing, is I'll never curse. I'll just tiptoe the line of what is considered socially acceptable.
You're back at it.
And it's another Yama and Astral. Is that like the go-to character for level duplication? Is that like the Onomat bluff? Is that what that is?
On the old Onomat bluff? Oh.
This is a
Onomat's
24
not
track.
too bad right now either. And what is that? I think
Yeah,
they're getting some buffs in the new box.
Oh, tomorrow they get the glove, and then they also get access to Abyss Dweller, Bouncer, Roach. It's gonna be nutty. They have a turn one that can just say no.
Right, finally. And it's not limited to levels like Force Focus.
Yeah, Bouncer is just insane. It's just your opponent activates a monster effect, just be like, I don't like it. Activate negates the activation, which is really cool. It's along the same lines as like Shien, you know, like Shien negates the activation as opposed to. Trying to think of what would negate the effect of a spell trap. So this one's on you, DrkNFear.
Maybe like a navigation.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Vanish.
Thank you.
Got you, homie.
This is why I need your giant brain.
Right? This game's so crazy, you know. There's just so many options that we have that we do kind of get just lost in them sometimes. Like, dang, I had it in my head, but then I forget it because there's just a vast amount of things. But this is not a bad opener right here. He's got a healthy graveyard. Really healthy graveyard right now.
Prime sub, Breasty Mario in the chat. What's good? So what do you think? You think we're gonna see a synchro or an Exceed summon right now?
Oh, definitely. You know, like I usually expect them to do a force focus right away, but
Number 25.
I guess since we are sort of in the mirror match right now, that yeah, this is definitely a good choice. That way he doesn't have to worry about getting Levineered. But really,
Now this is one thing that's actually, you know, you bring up that Levianeer point. We were just talking about Balancer. This is one situation where Force Focus is actually a little bit better than Bouncer.
Yeah.
And that Force Focus can target a monster and negate its effect a la Phoenix Chain. Whereas Bouncer does have to get that activation and can thus be chain blocked.
Yep, exactly. That was what I was thinking. I was like, a lot of people are saying Bouncer is going to replace Force Focus. I don't know if that's quite true just yet, because I mean, sometimes that advantage of just negating the effect, you can catch like continuous effects too, and take it away from them.
That's true. You know, we did see Sun Saga be such a problem for such a long time.
Yep.
And you take away that protection. Yo, BC, what's it good?
All right, so he's gonna add that the old Dragon Hawk.
Dragging his hawk all over the place.
Dragging his hawk. Gonna drag his hawk all over this camera.
I think I've seen that video.
I think I've seen that video. It's on the darknet.
Breasty Mario gifted a tier 1 sub to Cubio1. That's 4 gift subs for this channel.
What a beast.
Hey. And of course, we do know that Cubio is on the roster for these all-star teams today. It's on that snowy canvas. And Beastie subscribed as well. A tier 1 sub, 33 freaking months. Oh.
Okay, he brings out the level 5. So is that going to be a duplication play here or a tribute?
It looks like he's just going to end his turn like that. Just going to leave the board with a search and a floater. Now, just want to point out too, Shinya is playing a 24 card list, so that does mean that he has room for techs like a Skullmeister, DD, Crow, Sphere, Kuribo. You know, the hand traps that Thunder Dragons do like to play.
So he just negating just for fun?
Just to put that material in the graveyard.
Yes, sir. And he's got what? Dark, dark, light, light, dark, dark. Oh, he's looking healthy right now. Oh my.
The thick GY.
Very thick. Definitely by comparison, but how he's going to break this board? He's got to do something about that Thunder Dragon Roar. Being able to search and float. That's what we're going to find out right now.
Duplication early, right?
So the way he's banishing this light, he must have the duo and not the Levineer. Yeah, so he's gonna get the old mulligan and the search.
Every time I see that Hawk effect trigger, I always wonder, like, did they mean to hit it?
Right? Because sometimes I get carried away with that stuff too, and I'm just like, yo, send it back, and then I'm like, wait, I needed you. Now he can't bring back the thing from the grave, but maybe he's just trying to dig for the levy. Did he get it? That is the question. Now I get the levy, but did get the doggy.
It does still have that negate on board with the Force Focus with 1 material on it. And a nice sizable monster there with the duo, which will get a power boost if his opponent uses one of his cards from the hand.
God forbid that Dragon Duo makes it to next turn. That Banish Power is about to become a resource.
I remember when Thunder Dragons first came out, and things like Gold Sark weren't limited. So
Yes,
you could
sir.
play Treacherous in it and use double Tretch and just banish one and make the other one live.
Oh, that is right. I didn't. Yeah, I do
It was
remember
my
those days.
favorite thing to do.
Thunder Dragons were so dope back in the day before they got killed. This is like the resurrected version, like some new technology.
Oh, there's that melody of the Awakening Dragon.
So here
Yeah,
comes
man,
that.
I love the Exceeds plays with Thunder Dragons. They
Oh,
really
dude, it's
starting to
sick,
fight to
dude.
it.
It really gives it like a whole new play style. But I mean, so, oh, he had the book in this deck. Oh my god, that is thinking ahead, and he is gonna pop that board. Boom shakalaka, and he's gonna get a search, double search at the. By the way, he has a Hawk in the grave. This turn is about to go crazy right now. And I do remember him searching a duo last turn. You know what that means, boys?
Joseph's pointing out the Book of Moon in Thunder Dragons,
Oh.
something you don't see too often.
Book of money.
Oh, he's duplicating.
Oh, he's duplicating. Here we go. Heliopolopolis. So explosive. Look at that thing.
It's like the sun.
It's like the sun. Boom. Hopefully he had insurance on that camera. Standard hands. Truly. Looking like a standard
that's
field
looking
with
like
some
a
standard attack
G.
boosting. That's looking like some cheeks.
Yo, you gotta have mad respect for Mythyard there. 3-2 score.
Oh, well played. Well done. He did his job.
He put that frosty canvas in the lead.
Yes, sir. So he's keeping that gap closed. He's like, okay, one more win and Shinya brings it back. So Mythyard's finally off the table. I know they're rejoicing right now. Thanks, Shinya. You're the best.
Mithy in the chat says he used that mulligan on the Hawk to reset 3 TDs. Got 3 TDs right back.
Dang.
That sounds like
the
that sounds like a
classic.
Duel Links shuffling algorithm right there.
Oh, definitely. Oh, you shuffle those cards? I think we're just going to add them right back to your hand. Is this what you wanted? You put back Dark Hawk Roar, draw Dark Hawk Roar. Thanks, Konami.
What's great too is they almost always come back seemingly in the same order. It's
I
like your
know.
hand didn't even get shuffled. It's just like,
It's
no,
like-
take them right back.
It's like who's working on the RNG right now? Fire that guy. 7 cards in a deck, 4 Levi cards in there, yet not one in your hand.
Mythyard will have to go into the waterfall and practice drawing cards.
After this, just keep drawing cards from your deck. You'll eventually, your experience will go up, and then you'll level up, and then your draws will be better.
Mythyard and I are teammates now, so if we can't afford a waterfall, we'll just do it in the team showers. And we'll just practice drawing cards in the team showers. He draws one from my deck, I'll draw one from his deck, and then we'll switch it up a little bit, you know?
Hein's a real team player.
Exactly, man. I'm here to support my teammates in anything they need.
Special Egyptian showers. Or is that what all those hieroglyphs mean?
We shower in embalming fluid. Ooh, mummy.
We keep that under mummy wraps.
That's how try it went for me. This Soka taking on Shinya. Both say hello, very polite people.
Begin. Here, let me. Saka. Oh, nice Mac, kid. A Shizu.
And it's a 21 card balance. Am I seeing that correctly?
It's happening. Our eyes don't deceive us. It's real. Really real. Really, really real. Oh,
It's the
Goki.
Gokis.
Oh. What a response. So we already have a rough idea of the monsters that this deck run. It's really just discovering what back row he's working with.
So no Necro Valley.
If you guys want to predict who wins, there's definitely a vote going on in the chat right there. If you want to check it out, who's gonna win it? Place your bets.
We do know that Shinya was playing Book of Moon in his deck, and that's really not going to help here. If this Scorpio makes it to the damage step, that Twist Cobra is going to boost. Oh, that's 39. I'm just big dumb. Math is hard.
Math is hard. There's only Yu-Gi-Oh makes it hard. So he's gonna hit the 23. Is that gonna be GG? He does have the Book of Moon.
Yeah, there's that Book of Moon. I think we pretty much knew what that was going to be.
Right, I mean, Thunder Dragons aren't really known around many back rows at all. So the Book of Moon was actually the surprising one, yeah. But I think that's a cool little answer. That way, he is not dealing with anything that's setting up kind of being a threat. You can just flip it face down and get around it.
So a couple back row cards sitting for Goki here.
There's any deck that can just mill through numerous back rows, Thunder Dragons with that tense amount of Swarm. So he's gonna negate that.
Only going to let him banish the Hawk. That
That's
could be a
too.
really big deal.
Yeah, because the cool thing too is that he got to see that he banished the Hawk from his hand, so he knows like, okay, you're not getting any advantage off of this, except for a mulligan if you want. How do you vote?
Even then, I mean,
the vote actually
turned
stopped.
that into a -1 for his opponent. And he is going to use that mulligan, so that means no more Hawk effect for this turn.
Then redraw the same
let him
hand.
redraw the same hand, because that's what the Hawk's real effect is.
Exactly.
That's looking like game, right? That's game? My math is right on this one, right?
Yeah. But
Alright.
what we're worried about here, actually, I guess even if he has a Karibo, he has to have multiple Karibo. Numerous
Ooh, double
Karibos.
Twisty C.
Karibos on Karibos.
I'd have a hand of 3 Karibos, my guy.
That's
There's
one
one.
Karibo.
He had 1 ball.
Karibo,
Can
Karibo.
he make it 2?
Oh, he's just that toggle. He did have 2 Karibos, but he did not have 3.
Alright, does he have 2 balls, or are we Lance Armstrong right now?
Oh, you know what? He does have the Dragon Hawk in his hand, too.
Yeah, we know he has he's to the dark, right?
Yeah, the Dragon Dog.
And there's the Twisty C. Fifth Yard says all med. That is
Oh,
not
man,
fair.
had 2. What about Tom Green?
I said Lance Armstrong. Tom Green, is he rocking 1 as well, or has he got like 3?
I don't know. I think he had like cancer.
Oh,
One of his. That's the first thing I.
that's darker than the Thunder Dragon in that guy's hand. Alright.
He even made a song about it.
Yeah. Somehow didn't sneak its way into my Spotify playlist.
On Spotify. So Hisaka gonna take that over Shinya and knock Shinya off the table.
Hey, I got some gems there for my predictions. Don't forget to vote in the chat when that prediction goes live. 25.1k doled out.
Wait around. You know, we got all the all-star player profiles of the people competing in this lovely event. You can see the records of players like -1 with the crazy 34-16 record. Zeta coming in 21-14. Like, so many really good records here. So many great players just going at it neck to neck. Mythyard, the man himself. Wins per minute 2.57. League ranking second. Oh my god. I'm going crazy like that -1 emote. Look at that dog. It's like, whoa. Real men be like, you have balls? No. You want some?
No.
Oh my.
We got a 2-4 score here. Hey, that's looking pretty good for the cloudy canvas. Oh, it's the man Cubyo. Another teammate of mine. So now I get to be biased.
Heck yeah, let's be biased.
Mythyard and Cubyo now teammates on the Pharaohs, so we got some friendly fire here. Oh, he's playing Alexis? Both players activating balance.
Duel.
There we go.
Now, Goki getting to go first, I think that does favor them. They definitely like that.
Heck yeah. Just throw your whole hand face down. That's how they beat it down. No, I didn't see the skill that activated on Alexis is in.
You see that high-level play here coming from Hisoka. Sets the monster face down as not to get his own monster equipped with ARF. Start blasting off his own back row.
Truly, and a lot of the Noble Knights people, they're running three of the ARFs now. So it's like, you can almost guarantee they got one of those.
Hits him with that barista straight away. It was a Super X in the hand.
So does he have another Super X in the hand?
Gonna be a 1 set from Cub.
It's a next game.
It's another Super X in the hand. Oh my.
Oh, here it goes.
The thighs on that guy.
So
the thighs on Super X.
That's the toggle of he's definitely got some disruptive back row there.
Yeah, you know, if there's a toggle right there, there's definitely not going to be... Oh, Raigeki break, that's not good. But it's not going to be until Noble Arms, because that does require a face-up Noble Arms card.
Good timing on that too, because now he has to bring out the Twist Cobra, and now he ain't got no he doesn't get that extra damage in.
No booster juice.
No booster juice. Yeah, and ultimately he did not have that trap, so tough break, kid.
But now, if Cub does have that RFU Duder, he was forced to bring out that Twist Cobra in attack position. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Correction. Noble Knight facing one back row.
So what's up with the artwork on RFU Duty here? It looks like somebody was carving a speech bubble into a rock. Is that what I'm seeing there?
Yeah. Yep, that's it exactly. They needed to make it a little bit easier for somebody to pull it out, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
So he said you ain't getting none of my back row. I ballista.
It's just so gross from Goki. Just every monster just replacing itself constantly, unless you hit it with a Karma Cut. Oh, but it's another Merlin. Let's see if this back row is something important here.
Yep.
Merlin's
I think
going off.
he just letting it happen. The bros.
2400 defense, definitely something nice here. A lot of people foregoing the brothers here, but that 2400 defense can come in pretty handy in this matchup.
Oh, he's got something to kind of just hold him off for a little bit while he just stalls up and replenishes.
And we do know that we do know our guy Hisoka here is on his last Super X as well, 2 of them in the grave.
Now the Necro Valley has entered the game. Overnight player, you don't want to be in this position having to look at that. Does he have a way to get over
Super
this
X
monster?
come through as well. And these guys
Still
can't
not
get over
quite
that
big enough.
brothers.
What about this back row?
Oh, it's not real.
Like,
I mean, this brothers being a vanilla isn't looking too good. So which of these
man.
guys on brothers do you think is the most handsome? Another ARF.
it has to be the guy in the middle. Got
Yeah,
that
you like that long flowy, those long flowy locks?
long flowy locks, got that long flowy sword. Speak up to me, I'll cut your tongue out.
You see the guy on the right though. I mean, his sword's got some thickness to it, you know. He's got some
Don't
girth.
answer, that's a tricky question.
Fiendish chain.
Surprise. They can't attack anyways. Now they can attack if they want. No, they still can't attack. Never mind. I was like, heck yeah, their effect is negated. Now they can attack, but it's still
They
chained.
both
So
can and can't attack.
you can and can't attack.
I mean, speaking of handsome guys, though, like look at Suprex here. He's got some long, luscious locks, and he never misses leg day.
A little bit more leg day to get over that 2400 defense.
But I mean, like, it looks like he's going Ultra Instinct too.
Oh yeah, they have that little aura around them.
It was a Canadia. I mean, at that point, is there an actual reason to set the Canadia there?
Nope. I slipped.
This 2400 defense coming in really
Hey, that's
nice here
monster.
for Cub.
Wait, it's just like your attack. It's your attack, not my attack.
Another set card.
And this time he drew the answer.
It's another Fiendish Chain.
Already lost 2 Twist Cobras. I'm sorry, only 1. He has 2 more in there. He just needs either like a trap to get rid of it. Okay, what the
Blood
heck?
Cake down again. There we go. It just keeps setting that back row. I feel like as long as that ARF's around, there's really no reason to do it unless you're just trying to like use up all of them. It's like it
Just
is
donating,
like
donating
Yeah,
to the
you-
brothers' cause right now.
it's my draw. Nah, you can have it.
Oh, ETH to trigger. See, maybe now the Ishizu's starting to look like an Ishizu for him. He's like, oh wait, I thought I was running my Odi on deck. Whoops.
I always make that mistake.
And I mean,
Hypey saying Hisoka hitting him with the Goki handless combo.
right? He's gonna check his art.
Yo, what's up, Vic?
Hey, hi guys. Good night, bro. Leaving already.
He's like, see ya.
Say hi.
Y'all
Bye.
lame.
Let the man play his cards. No. We're put here to have opinion.
Derek's correction. Duel Links turn 11. You don't see it often.
Hey, turn
Swinging
11 is
with
like
the
no man's
suplex.
land.
He kept the
Oh,
card in hand.
I ballista you.
Necro Valley going bye-bye.
Frustrating for the Goki player. Now he doesn't have that graveyard unlock. At any moment he brings out another monster. That Merlin.
And there, another Merlin. That's
Dude,
Merlin
like,
number
look
12.
at all the Merlins in the graveyard. Doing all that magic.
You said you were growing out your beard. Does it look like Merlin's?
Getting there. Give me like another 13 months. I'll be there.
Really? Damn. That would take me at least 13 years. At least.
13 years old.
Absolutely. I grow facial hair at an astonishingly slow rate.
See, I need your face then. When I cut my beard, it grows back literally like 5 hours later.
My face, come over. We'll work something out. What?
Trading faces.
The Brothers activates. He's going to draw a card.
No, it's not.
No, it's not the chain. I wonder
Negate
if
your
Cub knew
bros.
that, and he was just like, I'm going to waste some time.
just
Or if he
change
just
the
totally
order of the
forgot.
graveyard.
It was like,
Ready for a set another back row?
oh, I have a good feeling that there's a
there it
Necro Valley in
is.
hand. I think the card that he drew last turn is a Necro Valley, and I could be wrong. He did rip that Twisty C off the top. Stephen Freshy correctly saying he could chain Merlin to have it resolved. That is correct.
Yes,
The
sir.
thing is, though, you don't have much in terms of value when a Necro Valley's on the board out of a rank 4.
The thing-
Just
yeah,
because
if
Necro Valley turns off the Custom and Float.
it turns off the
Because-
float, really?
Because it has to equip itself as an Exceeds material.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Because nothing's gonna go back from the grave, move from the graveyard. You right? But still a big body.
Yeah, it's a big, thick, juicy booty right there. 2,500 defense.
Oh,
Enemy control.
That is, oh my god.
And the scoop from Cub. Oh my gosh.
Oh my. It's that econ was so crucial. Isaka.
Yeah, that's beautiful. He sacks you.
Isaka. Oh my god.
The controller. Sealing games since 2017, since the release of Duel
Right,
Links.
this is literally the history of econ itself. My god.
So Vic Jr. saying if you activated Merlin in a chain to the Brothers effect, it would have resolved. Yes, absolutely. So had he toggled on and removed the Merlin or removed the Brothers from the field by using the Merlin, the Fiendish Chain only negates the monster's effect on the board. So yes, it absolutely would work. Big brain plays from Vic Jr. 28. He must have read Vic Senior's book.
He was like, "Oh, you're gonna defend, huh? I got something for that. Meet my econ." I literally felt my controller getting taken out of my hand when he did that.
I recently got into speed duels a little bit, and you know they don't have enemy controller in that game.
So it's like a whole different. I thought it was just like literally Duel Links, the real life version.
Yeah, I mean, they got a whole different card pool. The meta is very different. There's some cool stuff. I recommend checking it out. It's been pretty fun so far. My good friend Jay Arabian has been teaching me a thing or two.
It's been so long since I even touched like a physical.
Ooh, I was the same. Like I called like my girlfriend over, and I was like, "Hey, come open these with me. I'm so excited."
Open these packs, right? I remember back in the day we used to weigh the packs. Like, yeah,
I'm
man.
going to use the retweet on this and go going first once again. But yeah, man, we used to weigh the packs before we stole them. I mean, bought them.
Target.
You'd like lift one in one hand and the other one in the other. Like, this one's heavy. It's an ultra rare.
That's my mirror force. Goki going first again.
Let us know
Just
that
set 12
it is
back
indeed
row.
a repeat.
This is the Goki's version of just deal with it. They're like, yo, come with us. They fly you out to this valley. You got a suplex and a Scorpio waiting for you.
Must be a ballista set then, right?
Goki Arfder God.
There it is. It is indeed a ballista squad. The barista squad.
Goki are so masculine, so adding a sword makes them weaker. Exactly. Prismatic Necro, that's even worse. So Gallatin gonna smack the...
Unfortunately, Gallatin's going to hit the grave. Will not be coming back unless he synchros. Well, actually, even if he synchros off,
That's
can't really
frustrating.
do much of anything. Or exceeds off.
So really putting his hopes and dreams into that back row.
And like I mentioned before, so long as that Necro Valley is on the board, Sacred Noble Knight of King Custard will not be able to float.
Alright, he's going in the battle. He's going to do that battle.
I got a feeling there's a Raigeki
Show
breaking that
me the
back row
back
from
row.
Cub. It's going to hit that Necro Valley, and this boy going to float. There it is.
Beautiful. Now he's going to get back multiple equips. That's five, I guess. Yep.
The cust bug, they have
Double
not.
equip. Oh, he's looking mad healthy now. Big attack.
Juicy boy. All the ladies looking like, damn, juicy that boy.
Juicy. That boy Juicy. Chat just lost 40k gems. That's rough. Them's the breaks. Them's the attack power right there.
You should
Boom.
predict a little harder. Cub taking the win.
Lucky no econ.
Zero.
You know, sometimes you have it, sometimes you... Here, let me update these scores real quick. Really unfortunate outcome for Cubio. Isaka just continue with his rise in power level. Literally 3-0 right now.
Yeah, Cub won with.
Oh, it's Cub. Oh, okay. That's I did that wrong. Whoopsie.
All right, so it looks like we have a Master of Dusty Knees. Oh, I don't have my voice lines on, so I don't know if he said the thing.
Thing. By.
Because sometimes he doesn't just see, he foresees. I don't just have skin, I have four. Ooh, misjudged straight off the top.
Already ready to judge people.
You're on trial, Cub. Let's see what you do.
Well, that's not fun. So not only did he waste 2 things, he didn't even negate anything.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful play here from Cub, knowing exactly how to work this. The standard.
Yeah, right. This deck is just built to do work against Desperado.
So King Kaba 13 says, when is the new box coming out? I was told by the one and only Mythiard that you see in the All-Stars roster here that it was going to come out at 10 a.m. EST tomorrow.
He's gonna go for that big chunk damage. That's what this feels like. Booyah! It's gonna divide those life points in half. It's up to Sartorius now. What can he do to break this board?
I don't know, that's a tough one, man. Just the flow. Wow, that's a good start. Cut. He does have one head.
He said, "I'm a drink."
Yo, my boy Gregulator just tuned in. What's up, Greg?
Regulation.
I guess he decided to Greg us now instead of later.
You gotta be Greg and me. Good to see you, Greg.
He's not a fan of me. He knows me too well now.
You think Photon will be Cog? I think Photon will be Cog worthy.
Oh, absolutely Cog worthy. I mean, that sets up a turn 1 quick play banish. Like, really consistently. My boy Mythiard in the chat, he would tell you a little bit about Photons. I think he's got some plans on that. Maybe he's keeping them secret, though.
What can he do to break this board? People top deck cup over ace always. I think it's just their state of mind at the time. They're like, what can I do to get out of this? And then they start drinking. And then there goes that cup. Sometimes 2.
This is looking like a GG to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just in the matchup itself, you expect it not to go in favor of Desperado. And then when things go in favor of the Nova Knight player as well, good luck.
Gotta suspect this is a Buddy Force face down. Given
Head
that,
judging.
Head judging. It's head judging. I was gonna say, I think it's a Buddy Force because there's no cards left in hand as a discard fodder.
Yeah. Gonna make that graveyard way more healthier than it needs to be. I'm sick of Noble Knight.
Oh, we haven't even been around that long.
Right?
This is a new deck. Remember the last meta, how long that lasted? Dark Magician.
Alistair and Karkuri and
Ugh.
we all miss Shinui.
Also, I think that Noble Knights is going to be a lot less powerful after Abyss Dweller comes through. Oh, Stone's more.
This meta's still young. Still has a lot of growing to do. Interesting.
Really beautiful play here from Cub, using that Gaia from the extra deck to get an equip on the Dristan, pop his own boars.
Gaia Dragon.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeets the man.
well.
That's why I've been telling people, man, always play that Gaia Dragon pretty much in any deck you can. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm definitely sold on that. I haven't even tried that card in this.
Wait till you hit somebody with an econ. Oof. Take
Let's
somebody
see
else
here.
with rank
Oh,
5.
true.
My boy Scorpion did that in the MCS. I think he was playing that. I think a top 16 with Blue Eyes. They had a Gaia Dragon in the extra deck just for the Noble Knight matchup, so he could take the Artorigus.
That's crazy.
He said it never came up, but he was really hoping it would on stream.
So that knocks Isaka off the table. Second, like a 5-4.
Hey, that's my height.
Wow.
I'm super tall. I'm 5'4". Women don't touch me. Right.
When they don't touch me, what happens when they do? I'm 7'1".
I'm 6'8". Those are 2 measurements.
Triple monster with triple set is too much for anybody, honestly. Okay, 4-5 in favor of Cloudy. Perfect.
W doing his best to bring it back, though.
Oh, Cubio actually did a repeat last game too. I didn't even notice that.
You know what makes me sad is that I told you that twice. That's how much he listens to me. He's like, this guy. I got stuck with. He actually didn't choose me. He got stuck with me, and now he's letting his true colors show.
I'm just doing what I want to do now.
It's like, this is the DNF show. I don't need this guy.
Sit here like they planned for it.
You are my slave.
You're gonna sit here and we're gonna wait 10 years and 13 months for this person to get on the table, and you're gonna love every second of it.
They all stars when they're playing, all snores when they're not. What's your favorite deck to play right now, Mr. Fear?
I've been playing Ritual Beast lately, but other than that, I mean, as far as like tournament deck, like I like Thunder Dragons a lot.
Thunder Dragon's definitely one of the most fun decks to play for sure.
Thunder Dragons.
I was on a pretty big Duel Links hiatus, and the upcoming KC Cup made me think I should get back to playing again a little bit more. So I hit COG for the first time in 5 months this month, and Thunder Dragons was the deck. That was
you probably just breeze through that ladder. As long as you go second,
man.
it's just a lovely life.
I mean,
Except for when you brick.
Dragon didn't have much clout behind it, so there was nobody else really playing it. So yeah, it was just a cakewalk.
-1 stepping up for.
And it looks like he's brought the Master of Dusty Knees as well.
Yeah, and not the most optimal opening from Cubio, but still good. You get 2 traps in the graveyard. That definitely ain't something you get mad about.
Double set in the back row too.
So you can almost count on some disruptive back row back there, especially the fact that he didn't even want to equip the dang Gwen.
This old pot of greed from -1. Looks like he's not
Oh
negative
my
one, he's
god.
+2.
Negatives
Oh
and
my gosh.
alcoholic. Cup
Too
of
much
ace
cup.
twice. 2 cups? Like, you weren't satisfied after the first one? He basically double fisted it 2 times the waterfall.
Just
Cup of
pounding him
greed,
back.
right? Back to back. Next up, Das Boot.
-1 says, I don't have a drinking problem. This seems good to me. This seems like a solution.
Right? This is necessary.
Cool 7 cards in hand.
+4? No, +2.
Alright, math is hard. He started his turn with 5 cards. He now has 7. It's thinking hard though.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
when you have this many options, you gotta consider your plays carefully.
Yeah, it feels like you can't really do anything aggressive because of the back row.
Oh, it's the start of 2020, the quarantine.
This actually sort of slows down the Noble Knight deck because he can't summon. Okay, well, now he can summon. Now he can summon light monsters.
Not slow enough. Jar of Greed activating here.
Maybe he bank in on the fact that it was possibly a Regeki break.
Big old system
So,
gonna add the ARF.
so as the ARF, okay, buddy.
Easy.
Head judging. Yes, sir.
Of course it is.
Right. Time to let the. So, this is really the question right here. Is it gonna snowball or not? As long as you keep getting it right. Oh, here it goes.
Yoink! That's mine.
He did it in the right order. He knew what he was doing. He ain't. So now the question here is, does he have the karma cut? Does not have the karma cut, really? Oh yeah, get that head judging out of here. Smart man. Get that crap out of here.
It's ugly.
Disgusting.
And another
Oh,
one.
and oh my god, never mind.
Is it gonna be the Buddy Force? Buddy Force will float. It's not the best when your spell and traps float.
Oh, definitely. See, I don't really mind hitting a Buddy Force, even though it's not the best. It's not like if you hit like a dead trap. Like, say you hit the Noble Knight trap or like a Sidra back row, and they get to search something that like could possibly end the game. It's just like, oh, you already knew it was Buddy Force back there now. Now you know which one is which. Oh, surprise. So, possible custom. Yep, he's going to cust. And you know what that
Janky
means?
custard.
That means now that he gets back the ARF, and he's gonna pop that back row. But
He can also
now,
bring back his own boars. Like he
Karma
can put it back
now?
in his own hand.
if he saved Karma this long, oh my god.
Neg's a god if he did.
If he held the
I mean, Neg
Karma
is a
that
god,
long,
yeah.
like holy crap. Hey, give me my monster back.
Stop touching my cards. Your fingernails dirty.
It's gonna be in my hand, not your field. Give it back. And and he gets the equip card. I didn't realize. I thought the ARF came out this. Oh, never mind. All that going away. Bye bye.
No equip card for you, sir.
No, nothing. Get that graveyard out of here. So he lost trap. He already used one of the trap. He lost a trap, and it's Gwen.
All three
Gwen
traps.
Gwen is gone.
That's all 3 traps down, and the Gwen. Is Dristan is also gone?
What can Neg do to turn this? Got 4 cards in it. Okay, say no more.
He still has 4 cards.
Yep. Oh. I thought. Yeah, like it's still a very annoying board because it's the he's got Desperado. Never mind, not so annoying anymore.
You do see that float off the King Key Custard? Yo,
he's
Buns in the
still
chat.
not big enough.
So opts not to deal with ER Torgus.
Trying to.
Like, she doesn't want to give him his boars back. That ARF effect had not gone off that turn, so the boars would have the equip, allowing him to start refueling that grave slash hand.
Giving him that destruction effect.
Well, Desperado gets a search off of it, and Machina, if you target it, does discard a card from your hand, so could do worse things. So he's going to pop that Desperado Barrel Dragon. Misjudge.
So,
It's looking ugly, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely. But ugly. Let's see.
I mean, the guaranteed coin tosses aren't in effect, so Misjudge does only have a 25% chance to negate. Let's see what happens here on the Arto effect. Oh, not
I'm
negated.
gonna get it wrong. Not too bad.
Does Neg take the bait? He does not. I think he sees the writing on the wall with a potential glory set. Does not want to swing into that.
Yeah,
He's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
I feel that. It's just like, just hit the brakes on that play.
I don't think so, sir.
Oh my god, the Merlin. Merlin doing the magic. Oh, Misjudge. Negated.
Oh,
My
he says
God.
no.
Merlin,
That's
shut
been
up. Oh.
Nope, they're gonna take it. Good showing from Cub though, man.
Oh. Definitely. Great showing from. But he threw down.
You hear my dog in the background supporting his brethren, -1.
Well done, -1. Yeah, he played through quite a little scary situation right there with just in that moment where he had to cancel with the twin barrel and deal with the Artorigas. But like things
Zach
could have
says
went.
he more than me. That is absolutely fair.
Mr. Dog more than you?
I mean, it makes sense seeing as
It
my
makes
dog
complete
is
sense.
and I am me. So it really speaks for itself.
Oh yeah, I gotta take the repeat. There we go. Perfect. So current score is 4-6 in favor of Cloudy Canvas. All right, Lightning KT.
You think it's a girl named Katie who's like really fast?
Could be.
Oh, it's Desperado Mirror? What? Nah, it's balance. I don't just see, I foresee. Oh, my man's got that Galaxy Eyes mat already. Look at that. Pre-release mat farm.
How do you even? Don't you only get one?
Yeah, one copy. Although, if you do control 2 monsters with 2,000 or more attack, you can add it back to your hand from your graveyard.
That's how you. Like, how the heck you summon that one card 1 billion times?
Let's have 2 Exceeds that can summon it straight from the deck, so that makes it pretty good.
Oh, that is with the level up.
There's the Galaxion, and then there's also Hieratic Dragon of Atum. Both can summon it straight from the deck.
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
That's what I'm here for, man. Memes.
Pretty sick.
Know some weird things for no reason at all.
Stuff for no reason. I don't even know what's meta. On meta. Got me there.
So we did dump both traps to the grave. The Gwen gonna equip, and she gets around.
Hey, and you have the Merlin engraved. It really makes you decide, like, do I even want to XYZ these right now?
You never do. Not in my opinion.
Hey,
You got the Merlin. Oh, all right. Maybe I'm
alright.
I'm bad though. Like I'm just like, this is why I talk and I don't play. One set in the back and it passes over to -1.
Oh.
Oh, the quarantine. Negi says, bring me your light monster decks. I love them.
Right here we pop up.
Is it
That out
out
of
in
here.
hand?
Make him bring. And if this knight uses a cup of Acer, probably call it wrong because Destiny.
He's using Sartorius, so he's got plot armor on the Cup of Ace.
Got plot armor. Oh man, buddy's on this. Let's see talent.
Talents,
Desperado.
Cup of Ace, Noble Knights. Still 2 cards in hand for neg 1. So Fiend Comedian.
Oh, he said I'm
You know
getting
what?
that trap out of there
That's
real
funny.
quick.
That does clear the Merlin. He's thinking long and hard about what he wants to bring out here. Oh, and the karma cut.
It's just out of here.
So that does put the ARF in the graveyard, and that lets him banish it. Nice play there from -1.
Good value, but now he's really down to this moment. Got the most out
Yeah,
of
he's
it,
got
though.
500 life points left. So 2 cards in hand for Neg. He does have the Mach and the Cannon in the fortress rather in the graveyard.
Dose going. It's really about the cards in his hand. The fact that he's even thinking about it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely seems like he's not out yet, right? Like it seems as though he's got to play. He's just trying to make sure that it's gonna work out.
Right? It's like one of those make or break situations. So giving up everything.
It's all on you, Machina Fortress. Machina Fortress against the world. Oh, the
That is the deal
Canadian.
sealer.
Well, it's not over yet. I mean, that thing, if it's run over by battle, it does, it does destroy something.
Yep, and that is why we're going to the next game. Custom and bounce back.
Nice 500 life points there.
King Custom has taken the King of the North.
I mean, he's got 2 swords. 2 of them. Of
Ooh.
course he was going to win.
Each sword bounces you back to your hand, so you got bounced back to your hand 2 times.
You got
Lightning
Lightning marked as 1 and 2 on the scoreboard there. I think
Yeah.
that's supposed to be shooting him, maybe.
Yeah, I missed. My aim is
Because
terrible.
Lightning 1 and 0.
Watch how fast I fix. Boom! Right already. And then let's get -1. Perfect. How does that look? Alright, 5-6 in favor of Cloudy Canvas, but this game's just really been neck and neck this whole time. Not really too many big momentum shifts. Both teams are down to their last 2 to 3 players. -1 stepping back in. Let's get it. Egwinho Juan. When did I go
So
to
I got
sleep
quiet there
last?
for a second. My girlfriend was tasing my ears by using static. On a bathrobe. She was putting a bathrobe behind my back for the dog to sit on, and it was building up static. So my earbuds were connected to my mic, and just zapped me in the ears like 10 times.
Oh, Zarek's just.
Crazy, bro.
I think I went to sleep around like 1 o'clock that night. I was like super tired on stream because like I worked like 3 in the morning. So like I was up like all day till like almost 2 o'clock the next day. Cause I was streaming or whatever. But
You fell asleep.
yeah, I didn't sleep when I get super tired on the stream. I just like rest my eyes so I don't like pass out. On
I'm tired. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it.
They kept wanting,
I don't care.
I do my little duel room tournament or whatever, so they wanted me to go another room, and I was like, I don't know, man. Some guy was like, here, I'll pay for it, whatever, and then I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Close your eyes so you don't fall asleep. Exactly, 5 hit.
Well, I'm glad you're a streamer and not a 18-wheeler.
Right, I was a truck driver in my past life. You gotta have the outplays. I outplay my own body. Like, oh, you want to go to sleep? I'll give you what you want, but I won't give you what you want. That's how you conquer sleep.
Man's got sleep simping for him. Reset for both players. Wow, the turntables. You think this is actually Cyber Dragons coming through for neck 1 here? Oh, they're both balanced. I'm stupid. It's probably Goki. Hey, it's a Goki to a
It's a
CC.
Goki. Hey, Goki. Like the little shadow choke. Doesn't work.
Just open floodgates and back row. Hello?
He's going in for that first attack, brothers.
And Brother's coming through in this war to wall off the Gokis, pretty much forcing him to use a Twist Cobra effect to get rid of it. Maybe deciding which one to tribute to see potentially what monster he actually wants to search. It's like, do I want to pop the Scorpio and have a second Twist Cobra coming through? I mean, it's risky too. Say you tribute off your own Twist Cobra, you put the boost on the Scorpio, then your opponent has a Karma Cut set, then you're in a bad. Yeah.
I guess it's great. Get rid of those, bro.
I think for sure you definitely want to clear the monster. I mean, that's the only way to do it is by using the Twist Cobra anyway. So it was really just a question of what does he want to tribute off?
I want to get caught up in that. That is a destiny.
Nix, I might have invited you, but I'm actually not the streamer. I am the co-caster. I was invited here. I am a guest in the man DNF's house. Sorry, just he's a bit sensitive. That's fine.
I want to get a value out of that back roach. Break. That search too. 1 for 1. Like it. But as well.
Damn, Zarek saying he forgot about Nyx. He saw Nyx in his chat. He's like, who the fuck is that guy?
And he said, bench.
Zarek says he's a good commentator. Full stop. Super X going down. Does have another monster in hand to summon off the Rex.
Last. Bang.
Still sitting on a triple set though. Oh my gosh, Goki's disgusting. It's kind of crazy, eh? Like the more you grind through Gokis, the more they pull the monsters out of their deck, and then the more back row they're inevitably drawing.
Right,
You know,
it's
just
only
like,
bringing them closer to back row. I think catch that flipping where you can like karma cut it, come to it and just stop the chain and then grind through the back row.
and we do see the Madrat coming through.
Definitely get us some.
And of course, I mean,
Got something back there.
the deck's known for playing Book of Moon, Econ, Canadia, Floodgate. Like, there's definitely a way to put this thing into defense when there's 3 back row set, right?
Oh, definitely.
It's an enemy controller.
Oh,
You'd love to see it if you're Noble Knights, eh? Honestly, seeing the Canadia there surprises me that he burnt the Econ. In my mind, Econ is a higher value card.
because you like Noble Knights is definitely that type of deck too. One monster probably could have used that for game.
Maybe he's got 2. Maybe I'm just, you know. I can't say I've never said the wrong thing, you know? As rare as it
Everybody.
is, because I am obviously a genius. Obviously.
It's not like a super home play, you know, no matter which one you go. Gives you that value. I can game it later on. How do you? He's gonna.
He is chaining his own monster to put some put that Canadia on the board for a little bit more damage.
That is.
I would say, I would think it's a bit greedy, yeah. It looks like it's going to pay off for him, though.
High risk. Paid off. Checking them. Cards.
There's the Necro Valley, though. So he's gonna pop the face down regardless. I suppose that's true, yeah. Might as well use it while you can. Oh, but he's got that glory. The grind game in Noble Knights is just insane. I can come back at just any moment. Just 2 cards, that's all they need. As long as they're not top decking, I always got a chance. He can opt to destroy his own ARF here. Going to do exactly that. Does have offset levels though. ARF going to be negated by the Necro Valley. That is that's the first blood drawn for this game from Lightning here. Twist Cobra number 2. Nice thing about Fiendish Chain in your own Twist Cobra is that you can tribute it for the effect. It does go to the graveyard by cost, so you dodge your own Fiendish Chain negation.
Thing about this situation is that it attacks the Dristan, he has the bot next. Vice versa, he gets pop. Or he's just gonna get the Dristan pop anyway.
Yeah, another glory. I mean, he does have Necro Valley, so it does make it difficult to put equips on the Dristan without the aid of a glory or just having the equip in hand. Now, it doesn't matter what he tributes, I mean... Yeah, he can dodge, but I mean, he's Fiendish Chained, so... And that looks like enough for lethal here. $1,100 from the Madron over the Twist Cobra, and Dristan goes in for game. Really well played. Very, really long duel. Well played, methodical from both players.
Lightning KT.
Now, does that...
No.
Yeah, it ties it up, right? Truly an all-star game.
A lot of really like the players are just stuck with that they're doing really well in, playing ourselves out of. Now it's 6-6. The tie is here. Who are they gonna send in on Cloudy? They have Fake Zix and Zeta left.
Honestly, just looking at these rosters, it just gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling, you know, man. These guys are just so good.
Definitely quite the intimidate right here. Lightning. Cloudy.
It'd be really cool in one of these all-star games, you know, if we get like a solid, you know, 10-8, 10-9 score, so we get to see everybody play.
Right. And the way this war is going, I feel like we will see everyone play, because it hasn't really, there wasn't really like I think only in the beginning was where there was actually like a 3 victory lead. Right now, I feel like it's just been stuck between 1 and 2 win gaps. I really feel like we will be seeing everybody play.
Trying to think, we had what, 4 or 5 decks, pretty much the meta. Really
Goki,
being
Thunder
well
Dragons,
represented.
Noble Knights, Desperado. Trying to think if there's any like
Blue Eyes, we did see Blue Eyes right off the
Yep,
bat.
Blue Eyes,
It
too.
did lose quickly.
Sorry, what was that last one?
Blue Eyes. It did lose quickly, but the only one we haven't really seen from the tier list are the tier 3 decks, Blackwings and Invoked Neos. But Noble Knight, as expected, doing a lot of work.
Yeah, I feel like Noble Knights is kind of gatekeeping. I don't know. I feel like, how you feel?
I mean, in the finals, we did see, I think our Team Wars champions this season ended up bringing, like, it might have been 10 Noble Knights. And they played a lot of them.
Yo, Karakuri treatment.
Back in the day, we used to play 10 Kokai, 10 for hire. That was was what we did.
Not a bad choice. Both decks are explosive.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when a deck is just standing above the rest and you can just sack, it doesn't matter if this is a counter pick. Sometimes you got to do it.
Definitely turn the odds in your favor any way you can.
Yeah, Switcheroo, when they won this season, the grand finals, playing against Bricks and Potatoes, it was Noble Knights and one Fiendfell Thunder Dragon that lost, and all of their wins, and a Witchcrafter restart that lost, and all of their wins were with Noble Knights. Every one of them. In fact, the only non-Noble Knight deck to even get a win in the grand finals was actually Snippets using Blackwings, which then, of course, lost to Noble Knights.
Right? Like, you got past that first one. Let's see if you get past 12 more.
So, out of the 2 players remaining, what kind of decks do you think we still have to see in the back? I mean, we've seen the Noble Knights, we've seen the Desperado. Do you think there might be some more Blue Eyes kicking around somewhere?
I mean, if we didn't, I feel like if they were going to commit to the Blue Eyes, they'd probably bring more by then. I feel like Blue Eyes is pretty decent in that Noble Knight matchup too. I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen any. I would probably say no more, because after that first one, I feel like we would have saw more at least.
Seems like such a high-powered deck, but do you really want to bring it when you're not in a best of 3? Like, one brick and your streak ends. Yeah. All it takes. Whereas you have something like Noble Knights, where, like, even if you open poorly, you might still have that back row to fall back on.
I feel like in this situation, if you bring out the Blue Eyes, it's like you're putting all your hopes and dreams into the chance of possibly bricking. Maybe, like, I feel like Goki was like the dark horse pick. I like that one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the strongest anti-meta contender. It really just fulfills exactly what you need in an anti-meta deck. Your anti-meta cards are always going to be spells and traps, and Goki's monster lineup can just kind of exist in its own bubble. Yeah, and then the spells and traps are just helpful. They're just the icing on the cake.
I really like how the Goki decks, because they have the balance that like guarantees the Necro Valley. The Necro Valley shuts down the Thunder Dragon matchup, possibly the Noble Knight matchup, as long as you stay on top of disrupting their plays.
Yeah, it really is just kind of the perfect anti-meta deck pick. Yeah. Having that monster lineup that constantly replaces itself just makes such a good engine to supplement your background.
Everything you need. Starter deck, anti-meta. Let's go, Goki.
Looks like Fake Six going to come in.
All right.
Any predictions on what Fake Six might be bringing to the table here?
I'm expecting another Noble Knight.
Yeah, you think it's going to be Noble Mirror?
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm thinking Invoke Neos, and I don't know why.
Height Tenja.
Okay, I have no idea. I guess he has balance. You're probably right.
Air match it.
Just open Madron. It's so easy.
Wait,
In
whoever
the
goes
glory hole.
glory to the person who goes first. His first turn is now glorious.
It is his destiny.
It was destiny that he drew this hand.
Alright, let's stop. I'm bored.
Oh, here it goes. Trap, Gwen. Like, this deck has so many equipped cards, even their monsters are equipped.
We do see the Exceed summon.
Oh, it's going down.
built the overlay network.
5 Aegis. Can't be destroyed by Battlegus.
Can't be destroyed by nothing.
Nothing.
Does have 2 sets. Now this is something we could be seeing his opponent open ARF.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Not an ARF in sight.
You kind of have to suspect that one of these sets is the when Noble Arms are needed once more.
He didn't play the ARF right out the bat, so he is gonna go for the Karma cut. Get out of here.
Karma. And it wasn't the trap in the back row. He does discard it.
Just set 2 and call it quits, eh? In phase.
Yeah, this is looking ugly. When coming back once again with that once per turn effect. The lightning just gonna go straight in like that. Says, I'm not afraid of your back row. And doesn't have any
Just
reason
like
to be.
that.
That's it. Lightning takes it.
That was rather anticlimactic. That's rough.
Just not playing around, nothing. I'm just attacking,
I'm
just
just
swing.
going in. Oh wait, look at that. You're dead.
I was talking about speed duels earlier, and they have a skill for Joey. It's called I'm just gonna attack.
Yeah.
And when you declare an attack, if your opponent activates a trap, you can negate the trap and set it back face down once per turn.
Oh, really?
And
Oh, my.
Fake Six going to use his repeat there. Yeah, nobody really uses it because other skills are more broken, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
I feel like that skill will get nerfed.
Comes his skilled AF mirror match. Yeah, for sure. And once again, Lightning going first, as is his destiny.
Going first is a
Eclipse
skill.
the destiny.
You need to flip that coin, have it like outcome.
I mean, that's why you play Sartorius, right? It's the master of the coin flip. He is the master of destiny. He won the coin flip. He drew the destiny.
Had to do
Yo, Hypebeast, I need you to chill.
that where it's at. See that in real life.
Do you know what inner conflict does, DNF?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Joey skill.
No, inner conflict is a Bakura skill, and you pay half your life points, and you just take control of one of your opponent's
Oh,
monsters for
dude,
the
I
turn.
have seen that.
The
showed
only
me that.
caveat is that you cannot attack directly with it. That's it.
Oh, really? That's a
Disgusting.
downside.
Yeah, right? Like,
I'll
I
take your
can't attack
monster,
directly with
but
this monster I'm going to tribute.
this head judging, you gotta negate to take it.
It's honestly, it's like opening Change of Heart every game.
Right? Was the
It
person
doesn't
that
even have
Joey
to be
used
face
it?
up.
Another ARF not opened.
Poor Lightning sitting here going, do I use my left or right karma cut on this boys?
The annoying part too, because he's overnight player, it's like Boars isn't a threat right now. Like, I'm gonna just wait till you equip him. So it's like this mind game. Did I even equip the guy knowing that guy did banish? That's kind of
saying this man Zix waited for so long to get clapped by back-to-back coin flips. I mean, if he wasn't if he was the real Zix and not the fake Zix, maybe he wouldn't have had that problem.
Right? Real Zix.
There's the Raigeki break. We have the glory hole. There's no glory hole. Double set once again for Zix, and there's the Until Noble Arm.
Thank you for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Yeah, this is rough, man.
$15, and you too can have a tier 1 deck. How much is it? How much are structure decks? I don't even know.
2 hours just stacked. Not to go first.
Lightning has entered the zone, consistently summoning on Chain Link 2. He's targeting his own card.
Oh, not like this.
Yeah, leave it to Fake Zix to go out in style, though, man.
Hit the self-destruct button.
He's like, hold that thought. I'm gonna go -3 real quick.
Right, like. Oh. Lightning burst into flames. He's fire with this 4-win.
Ooh, I hear thunder. Yo, great play, Fake Zix.
Ow, pal.
I'm a big fan.
So it's no surprise who's.
Did they send them in alphabetical order, or? Nah, that would have been cool though.
So it's game time. Everything's on Zeta's back. There goes.
Bluetooth Kaiba. Oh, when he's going second, though, Kaiba doesn't mind. The lights were on that? What?
Kaiba everything except the map.
Ooh, opened up Dristan Arf. Yuck. Oh, Dristan, play me a sad song on that harp.
Hey.
All right, we do see the blue eyes going into the alternative dragon.
That animation.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at it. Rise up, other dragon. And look at it do the worm. Woo.
I love a Blue Eyes that looks like a 3-year-old took a highlighter to it.
Right? I remember there was the rarity they leaked the first like talked about. Wasn't it like a rainbowy like holographic of?
Yeah, I'm kind of still waiting for that to come around. It looks pretty cool.
They were like, this is they were like, you know, this is the get the rainbows, 8-bit graphics flowing through it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a yeah.
That wiggle.
I need a Maiden with Eyes of Blue animation doing exactly the same thing.
Loaded.
Just bursting out of the floor.
Bursting off the floor for no getting all wiggly. That wiggle for
Enemy controller.
oh, white
All that
stone.
just to put a stone in the grave for the end phase effect. Dragon Spirit of White coming through.
You didn't draw it? Wow, lucky guy. Alright, never mind.
Yeah, no way you didn't draw it. That's impossible.
Tell you what. Like I draw that mess like 9 times out of 10 games.
He does get his alternative back. His alternative lifestyle dragon.
Alternative rock dragon. Now, better do something right. Never mind, you don't want to.
Gonna yeet that Tristan. Potential rank 8 exceeds plays. Pretty much has to summon that Kanadi out of the grave, right? Yeah.
Audio on the Avengers.
Shows that he will be getting a glory hole to his hand. So potentially we have Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, potentially Exceeds plays, could just sit on the vanilla, maybe summon a tuner. So many options for Blue Eyes right now.
To the old battle.
I will say this, I've lost a little bit of respect for Zeta by playing that ugly tablet art on Blue Eyes.
Ugly tablet art blue.
I mean, that thing
I
is
like the
just,
world one.
ugh.
Owen's hot.
Like, why does it look like he's sitting on like a wafer? Like, what's that about?
That's probably what sugar wafers look like back in Egypt.
Man, yeah, I got a big scary dragon. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna put him on a cookie.
I'll put him on a sugar wafer and tell him it's a legendary dragon that's a powerful engine of destruction. Virtually diabetic. Very few have faced the awesome creature and lived to tell the tale because they were distracted by that cookie.
Very few have faced this awesome cookie and still have all their toes.
All their toes.
That's what diabetes does, man.
Well, I mean, he's only got 3 toes, so I mean, you know,
You see what happened?
So you're just gonna Regeki break that. Get that out of here.
Now, let's see what kind of top decking we can do here. You know, the old Noble Knights loves to be in a 1-card top deck situation.
Oh, really though? Okay, Cards of Khan.
He did have a tuner.
Oh. Oh. Hello. Oh.
Oh,
It
another
takes
one.
2, baby.
It takes 2 to make a thing go right.
It ain't 2 to make it answer. And he's gonna do the synchro thingy.
That was the greatest moment to ever happen in my commentary career. Vermilion Dragon Macaroni.
Hell yeah. Give him
Another
that trap.
glory hole.
Oh, glory, yeah, forgot about that. Oh,
Hey, nice
Zeta.
to see Blue Eyes get a win, man. I mean, this is the All Stars. Blue Eyes is an All-Star monster.
I really
a
feel
fan
like
favorite.
Blue Eyes has a decent matchup against Noble Knights. I just
I
feel
mean,
like
if you don't open that Dragon Spirit of White, at least you get that banish. It dodges some targeting effects. You know, you can negate the graveyard effects. Some nice things. It can do nice things. You know, if you're allowed to play, like you said.
I just feel like in this situation it's like make or break now. So that one brick is just gonna end everything.
Better be good.
You better draw good, Blue Eyes player. You got to do this what? 4 more games? 3 more games? That is pressure. Like I think I'm sweating hard until I draw my first hand. Hopefully it's playable. Oh well, on
And you see
the
the master up. Knees.
right.
I feel like Blue Eyes is a pretty good matchup here too, right? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, Desperado has some. I feel like Desperado has some juice for Blue Eyes, so it could go either way depending on the situation. But it definitely feel like it favors the Despa player, especially opening like that.
A triple set quarantine.
Triple set quarantine. Good luck, boy.
That's the coronavirus special right there.
I got cancer as soon as I played that card.
Rip the beard. And DNF gonna start looking like Celebrity Circus out here.
Right? I got a
Oh,
ball
the
head
misjudge
and a
off the
misjudge.
top.
Whoa. That
Oh,
is history. That is history.
Oh,
Oh,
it was just
wait,
a
what?
stage anyway, but he's such boy.
Damn, he doesn't even want to. Damn. Like, if there was any moment where I'm like, I hate this game, this will be like that moment. I'm like, man, screw this. I hate this.
Not that ugly, man. I just don't like it.
So you got the good, the bad, and the ugly, all on one board. Yu-Gi-Oh at its finest. Well, I mean, they get the option of being like, oh, okay. Actually, no, this is his second deck, so he was just like, yo, I got my backup plan. You getting negated.
Discards 1 white stone. Obviously, this one's gonna be negated. Super Team Buddy. Oh my gosh. Tony, what did you say? Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Doesn't matter. It doesn't negate
right?
continuous effects. Obviously, Misjudge will be chain blocking here. Or being chain blocked. Words are hard, man. Doesn't matter. It's
Like
game.
that, right?
It's over.
Bro.
Tony, what did you do?
And in favor of Snowy.
Snowy with the
5-1, by the way. Lightning KT clapping cheek right now.
Why does he not want to let Ryu Ash play though? What's up with that guy?
Lightning just wants to stay on the table. He's gonna keep zapping people. 9-7. 5-1. 5-1. Oof. What is Zeta's second deck? That is the question now.
It looks like Yuma and Astral probably going to be the Thunder Dragon level duplication. There's 23 cards, so probably not going to be the Onomat Spice pre-gloves.
No, always. Lightning, stop going first. Don't tell us that. Tell Konami. There's some guy sitting at his desk right now, hitting the going first button.
I mean, you know, if you're Thunder Dragons, you got to be pretty happy when you see just a T set coming out.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like more stuff for my Leveneer to eat. Lost too many games in Milwaukee, man. Is that what it was? This is all that karma coming back for him? Oh, looking like either a Ptolemy opening.
No, I honestly don't see people summon the Hawk off this very often. It's actually kind of just stand out to me now.
I feel like it's a solid choice, especially if you have the option to grab it back with the Dragon Roar later.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just, you know, it seems like so often people just go roar roar.
Right, roar and just go into level 6 somehow.
There's the Kunsmeller M7. Just a nice monster nerd.
Yeah, he's about to go in, is what it feels like. They're judging in the back row? I wouldn't think about it that long now, would he?
Yeah, that's an instant flip. Oh, and he rocks that heads. Of course he does. Does deny the follow-up. The normal summon has been burnt. Now he does have a Hawk. Hasn't been used yet, right? So, like, it's still game.
Oh my god, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh no, it's not. It's just a dark. Okay,
Still,
never mind. I didn't realize.
What?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Oh yeah, he got that Thunder Dragon Hawk still. Yep.
Yeah, he used the Hawk
just bring out
for,
the whole family, why don't you?
What else you got? What else is there?
He said, you know what? That's for that quarantine last game.
Yeah, quarantine this.
He said, take your 5 feet. He said, take your 5 wins and sit down.
So we will get to see Ryu Ash play, and that's exactly what we wanted to see, the 10-8 or 10-9.
9-8.
Oh, Mark just showed up late. I forgot this was happening. How could you forget?
One more time on this reel of all these awesome players that are competing in this event right now. These are their profiles and how they've been performing over the course of the season. If you chilled here and you watched this match throughout, you got to see all these amazing players just clapping cheeks and getting their cheeks clapped at the same time. It happens. Zeta sitting there with a strong 21-14, 18-9 on Mythyard's part. Oh my goodness, look at these players. Letting you know why they are the top of the totem pole.
So much talent spread around this All-Star game.
Right. These guys are like the Space Jam players of Duel Links. Zig's goated. Let's just say he's resourceful and popping his own cards. Ooh, Hawks in the house. What it do? What it is? How it be?
The ritual beast god himself.
Bake Six has had a blessed night for sure. I don't know, man.
World's luckiest player, absolutely.
The players that are drawing that are getting those god hands, they definitely went to church before this. I know it. They read their Bibles. They were like, they read their Bibles. They're like, give me god hands now.
Oh Lord.
Big Six was sacrificed.
For you, Ash, with that look at that emblem. How many
prismatic? I think that's 500.
I think it's 500, yeah. Oh, is this Goki
Big Six
again?
is like, I'm out. Don't leave.
30 card, looks like balance.
Sometimes to stop Noble Knight opening combo, you just need to feed a mirror to it. True.
That's just the way it goes, man.
Actually, what you do is you offer up a Excalibur with lamb's blood. Oh,
Yummy.
dude, I'm trashing. Yeah, you're all like, I'm all looking at the game. I'm like, yeah, this game's going pretty good. And I look over to the side and the graphics are still going. So Merlin gonna nice opener. Well, oh, here it goes. What the f is a set? I mean, at this point, I feel like it's safe to say it's probably nothing.
Yeah, I mean, what really are you going to be setting in
Thunder Dragons,
Thunder
right?
Dragons? I think the only time we saw a set from Thunder Dragons today was Book of Moon.
Right. Arfit, please, I'm curious. And once you see the Dragon War in the grave, you're just like, you're just like, well, it's safe to just go crazy.
Hawk says treacherous. Zaid says Melody. There's the ARF.
What is it? Artifact
Lancia.
Lancia.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
Oh my god. That literally... Does it come up as chainable or anything? It's just nothing, right?
It summons to the board. No, there's no chain. It's just a dead card back there.
Yeah, it's just...
We thought it was a drowning. He's like, this guy could be clowning me.
Got Lancet.
Another dark in the end phase.
Right? ED main and Lancia now.
Just fueling up that graveyard now. Making sure
here
his
it
opponent's
goes.
not going to use that Merlin in the end phase.
Oh, here it goes. So he's getting the Dragon Roar effect, he's getting the Dragon Dark effect, and he's getting 11 near. Oh my
A chain
god.
block Legionnaire with that non-target pop. Duh.
That is... Probably the most explosive plus billion. Oh my god. Everything's paying for itself.
And Lancey in the end phase was gorgeous. Of course, he does have to use the until noble arms are needed once again just to go neutral on that card.
So let's do some get the math here. How much is this guy gonna plus right now? So he's gonna pop the 2 monsters, right? So that guy is losing 4 cards in one single swing.
I mean, he could theoretically use the Merlin to go into the Fivagus to get a float.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only way you potentially live here. Yeah, you have to do it. Now, he doesn't get his equips back because the Fivagus will miss timing.
Yep.
Right?
Ryu's punching the air right now. Sheesh. Fun's wilding in the chat right now. We saw Book of Moon in another deck though.
Yeah, Mark wasn't Buns an MCS champ with Black Wings though. I mean, it's not a real one. It's a fake deck, right? It's the next MCS that he's going to win with Onomat. That's where it's going to be at.
Oh yeah, it's going down. Onomat tier 0 after this box. Why would he wait so long to book? Maybe he was reading it before he flipped it. Can he OTK? Go Gaga tier 0, pal.
Yeah. Still 4 cards in hand.
Trapping
All he
graveyard.
needs is to be able to get the Dragon Roar back, and that's an OTK. There it is. 5100 damage. If my math is correct.
Yep, he's about to break that board at least.
Well, that's even more damage. It's 9-9, baby.
Oh, here it goes.
Nothing to banish in the grave, so no search off the duo. Beautiful plate from Zeta.
Zeta. Zeta with the Lancia. Oh my god, 9-9.
Man, that was a season 9 trailer moment. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Beautiful.
I mean, that lands perfect.
That Lancia, who would have thought?
Yeah, really. Like, who would have thought popping your opponent's card would cost you the entire duel right there?
Literally, this game has been neck and neck the whole time. Clip it, season 9 trailer moment. Yeah, for real. He hit that back row. He hit that back row on his Lancia. He was like, "Damn, dog, why'd I hit that?" One more duel, Zeta says. Ryu Ashton says hello.
Ryu is going to repeat. Or Huh?
Oh my god, wrong button. There we go. It's game time. Are you guys prepared? This is match point right here. There's no bets on it.
Thunder Dragon's going second.
Duel.
Yeah, so was you never mind. Is that saying that that icon is a 600 prismatic icon? I don't even think I'm at 200 yet. I got a lot.
Noble Knight brick one time. I didn't even believe it was possible. Now, Thunder Dragon brick, or is it a brick on both ends?
Nope. There's
That
the
ain't a
charge
brick. That's
email.
looking like a house.
Light, dark.
His house is complete. Built on good foundation. Got himself a healthy, quite healthy graveyard. Light, dark. Like what? Charge a light brigade, more like Leveneer setup. Cosmic Cyclone?
Cosmic Cyclone?
So he doesn't have the levy.
Right in the hand of the Lights Wern.
Dark and light again. So he can
Yeah, he did
summon.
mill that Lancia and the Aloof Lupin.
Oh yeah, finally a Cosmic Cyclone.
Here's Duel.
And not only that, the search with the Dragon Dark. That's the deal. That's the deal sealer right there.
So beautiful.
Cosmic Cyclone. Blood.
Roar Effect gonna grab his big hawk.
Oh my god, he's getting his hawk out. He's whipping his hawk out. Oh my god, he just put his hawk in his hand. He's just whipping his hawk all over the place.
Ooh.
Drowning Mirror Force. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, baby.
Psych,
Oh, that
wrong
from
number.
Single Lancia, dude.
Jesus.
All he did wrong was Papa Lancia. He had no idea.
The Lancia.
Oh, Stargate went to that.
The Lancia.
God.
Literal Lancia. That's all I gotta say. That is, oh my god. I don't even know what to say about that one.
Won the coin flip, but ended up losing the draw of the hand. The only Noble Knight brick we've really seen.
He
Yeah, we
was
saw that
drawing
drip in that one game.
ridiculous. Oh my god, literally. Oh my god.
Oh my.
That
What an
is
all-star. 10-9. The winner's cloudy canvas.
oh my god, I'm speechless actually. That literally the thing that kept it from going downhill was the Lancia.
He literally sets a Lancia as a Hail Mary, and it paid off for him to win pretty much the whole war off that.
Right, he was supposed to lose right there. Oh my god.
It was beautiful.
Vita,
Oh my gosh.
more like Neo. Out here dodging bullets. Well played, my man. Well played. Congratulations to the cloudy canvas.
Poor Ryu is going to go and convert all of his ARFs. It's just... He's like, I'm never popping a face down again.
Right? Seriously, I would not want to after that. He was gonna play Noble Knight out ARF. And that's true PTSD right there. Good.
It looks like -1 wants to do an interview.
Okay. Alright, alright. So what do we do? Just drag him up?
I think he's got a commentator role, so he can join on his own.
Oh,
yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
What's up, Mr. One?
Hello? You can call me Neg.
I would never neg another man.
He just nagging you on.
I like that you'll do anything. How do you feel about that game?
I'm surprised we won, but I mean, I'm happy for it. Just as a precursor before I say anything else, good games to the opposing team, and good job to everyone who participated.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure to watch. So I'm definitely happy you guys came through. Did you guys do any special preparation for the match?
No. So like, I was just thinking before the war, I was like, maybe Thunder Dragons would be a good idea. And that was legit all like at 1 a.m. this morning, I posted that and there was no lineup made. And I was like, all right, I'll come up with a lineup in the morning. And then in the morning, that, like, oh, let's lead Thunder Dragons. That got scrapped immediately. Or like a Noble Knight Thunder lead, because Mithy was like, I think they're gonna start Lorenzo again, and he likes to run Thunder, and I don't want to like play a mirror match. So
yeah, kind of that.
Definitely not a fun time.
Our special preparation was setting Lancia.
It was a genius play.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that was a Hail Mary
It was
pass.
a miracle play.
It was one of the greatest things I think I've ever seen. Nobody saw that coming. I feel bad for Ryu because like, who's gonna expect that?
Yeah, if you could have just attacked and used Merlin like in the after inflicting damage and summoning Xyz, he would have won.
Yeah, but I mean, how's he supposed to know, right? Like,
yeah, the dark hiding delay was like so nice. So he might have just forced to pop it.
yeah, Lancia was like, the intention was that in the last war we kind of had a struggle against Neos, or like there was a point where Neos was doing well against us, and you know, like being prepared in case this team brought Neos as well. We decided to have one of the Thunder Dragons run Lancia because it's good against Neos and it's useful in the mirror match. So, you know, for those reasons, that's why it was added in.
Was it like a 1 of or a 2 of? I did notice it was a 24 card deck. So like,
I think it was 2 of, but I'd have to double check the list. I just make the lineup and then I trust every player to build and play like what they think is good.
I mean, obviously it paid off in the end, and I mean 10-9, it was tight.
Oh, definitely, all the way throughout.
I mean, I thought it was lost after or for a few points, but like when Noble Knights kept going first, I was like, well, I guess that's my fault.
I mean, sometimes it happens. What are you gonna really do to plan against that? Is there anything that you would have done different, knowing how it went now?
Well, I think I made a mistake in my game with Goki, so I think that's definitely on me. It's my bad, but I think, I mean, in Team Wars you can always say plan more, and planning is pretty valuable, but sometimes it's hard to plan for Noble Knights, you know, just because they are so coin flip dependent that it's hard to say that, oh, this will definitely beat Noble Knights, because there is no deck that you can say that with.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it today even with the Gokis. You know, you play the floodgates, you go first, you have the back row, and somehow Noble Knight still manages to just draw through and just still win.
Yeah. But I think that, like, I think the loss with Goki was preventable. That was just me being like short-sighted and not having too much practice time, which is
you know, I have been saying for years, you know, -1 needs to improve. So I mean, this is a good step.
I think so as well. I would very much like to get better, but
I think we all would, honestly.
On like one hand, we actually want to say like sorry to Fake Zix because we actually just feed them to Noble Knight mirror match. Like,
yeah, I mean it's like, well, we had Noble Knights, we had Thunder Dragons, and then Thunder Dragons and Blue Eyes, and it's like, well, out of all these decks, at the very worst, we can send the mirror match, you know, and then it's a coin flip, and then it's a 50-50. In which case we lose the 50-50 twice. But you know it's gonna happen.
Best counter to Noble Knights is just keep sending decks until it goes second.
Yeah, it almost doesn't seem like it matters which deck it is, as long as you get the coin flip right.
Yeah, and if it's like we're gonna send 2 like Noble Knights and then repeat, and he goes second, like at some point he either should break or go second, right? It's like it's impossible to not break and go first like 5 games in a row. Well, that happened, but he breaked on 6 and we finally won.
I do also want to give a shout out to Fake Zix for going out in style and making that game entertaining. You know, even though it was kind of a foregone conclusion what was going to happen, at least he made it exciting by Raigeki breaking his own Raigeki break.
Yeah. That was honorable Sudoku.
It truly was beautiful. And do you guys have any last thoughts before we all get out of here?
New box tomorrow.
True.
Yeah, there's a new box. It's just a question of will the baby noise deck like save us from this coin flip nightmare.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
GG's to the opposing team. Thanks to everyone who participated in like All-Star League. It's always a fun time.
Yeah.
I guess I can say that because I've won every time, but
oh, flex.
No, I do really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So thanks,
it was a pleasure to cast, and congratulations for you guys
hosting it.
Yeah, in such format, you sometimes play in a team with players who are probably never gonna play again, which is fun. Like for example, Hisoka. With Phasix, we're in the same clan now. With Knack, we were together in a Team Wars the last season. I don't know, Zeta always likes Brazilian teams, so probably never. Maybe we'll need another All-Stars. I don't know. Thanks for playing. Thanks for casting. Heinz and Dark. It was a great stream.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for like hosting it all for Zarix. It was definitely a great experience for me to participate, and I didn't play too bad that I expected. I expected like I go both matches 0-2 and like and then cry, but yeah, it's like, but no. I even like even though it's 7 a.m. for me right now, I kept it till the end to root for a team. So yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Well, thank you everybody, giving us a great show. Thank you Heinz for casting alongside me. Best caster. Pleasure to have you, my man. Thank you all for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I don't know what the game plan. Are we hosting anybody? Xerix?
Yeah, Xerix is the man upstairs. He's the man in charge.
Usually around this time, I'm expecting like a host thing to pop up, and I just do the closing stuff. And but it looks like check DM. Oh, okay, I forgot something. Okay, so before we rate Duel Links Entertainment, I just want you guys to know that Season 9 will start on February 23rd, so that's towards the end of February. So
that's exactly 3 weeks before.
Are you guys ready?
Oh boy.
Are you guys ready for Season 9?
Oh boy, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
You should get ready. There is no trailer just yet, but Derek's saying, yeah, bam, Season 9 starting on the 23rd. I'm pretty sure there'll be a trailer by then, right?
Sure.
It better
Most
be.
people are probably more hyped about Fantasy League Season 2.
It's over. Oh my god, wow.
Yeah, stream ended.
There's no warning. They just like, well, it's ended, it's over. Alright, whatever. Alright. For sure, guys. Thanks for putting on a good show.
What the hell? Why does Circus have hair now?
Right, all of a sudden.
Wait, Circus is not bald anymore?